September 1940. Warsaw. A man walks into a meeting room. His name is Witold Pilecki. Cavalry officer, 39 years old. The city around him is already occupied. German forces have been here for nearly a year. The buildings are marked with new signs. The streets have new rules. People walk differently now. Eyes down, shoulders tight. He sits. Someone speaks. The resistance needs information from inside. Auschwitz. The word means nothing yet, not to the world, not even to most Poles. It is a camp. Political prisoners, intellectuals, clergy. Men go in, letters stop, families wait. No one knows what happens behind the wire. The resistance has tried to place informants. All attempts have failed. You cannot volunteer for a concentration camp. You cannot apply. You can only be taken. Pilecki listens. He does not raise his hand. He does not volunteer with passion. He simply says he will go. His voice is level, matter of fact, as if accepting a routine assignment. The others look at him. They understand what he is proposing. To be arrested deliberately, to be sent into a place where men vanish, with no guarantee of survival, no guarantee of escape, no guarantee the information will ever reach the outside. No one argues, no one suggests an alternative. They prepare false papers, a new identity. Tomasz Serafiński. Born in a village near Lublin, no military record, no resistance connections that can be traced. August 19th, 1940. A street corner in Warsaw. Dawn is just breaking. Pilecki stands with the false papers in his pocket. He has walked into a German roundup on purpose. A street seizure. Soldiers block both ends of the street. They move down the line of buildings, pulling men from doorways, from windows, from basements where they hide. Pilecki stands visible, not hiding, not running. A soldier sees him, shouts, pushes him toward the trucks. He does not resist. He does not speak. He is one of 2,000 taken that day. They are held in a building overnight. Packed tight, no water, no food. Some men weep, some pray. Pilecki stands silent. The next morning they are loaded onto trains, freight cars, 80 men to a car meant for 40. The doors close, the lock falls. They travel west. The train stops several times. No one tells them where they are going. Some men guess. Rumors pass through the darkness. Dachau, Mauthausen, Auschwitz. 3 days later, the train stops. The doors open. Light floods in. Auschwitz. They are pulled from the cars, beaten down the platform, kicked into lines. Dogs bark. Orders in German. No one translates. The gates? Iron letters above. Arbeit macht frei. Work sets you free. Pilecki walks through with the others. What he sees is a camp, barracks in rows, wire fences, guard towers at intervals, brick buildings, a parade ground. What he does not see yet is what it will become. They are processed, stripped, shaved, every hair removed. They stand naked in lines, waiting. Hours pass. He is tattooed, number 4859, the needle pressed into his left forearm, blue ink under skin. His name is gone, his rank is gone. Tomasz Serafiński is gone. He is given clothing, striped uniform, thin fabric. It is summer, but the cloth is cold. Wooden shoes, no socks. A cap. They are marched to the blocks, brick buildings, 3 tiers of bunks inside, straw mattresses, 12 men to a bunk meant for 4. He climbs to the middle tier, lies down. The straw is damp. The smell is overwhelming. Sweat, waste, decay. For the first weeks he works, moving stone from one pile to another, digging ditches, carrying loads too heavy for one man. The guards watch. They beat men who slow. They beat men who fall. They beat men at random. Men die around him every day, from exhaustion, from beatings, from disease, from cold that comes even in summer. The nights are freezing. The barracks have no heat. Men press together for warmth. By morning, some do not move. He watches. He learns the rhythms. Roll call at 4 in the morning, standing for hours while they count. If the numbers are wrong, they count again. Men faint. They are beaten where they fall. Work details begin at dawn. They march out in columns. Different commandos. Construction, gravel pit, road building, punishment details. He learns the hierarchies, the capos. Prisoners given authority. Some are political prisoners, some are criminals. The criminals are often worse than the guards. He learns who can be trusted, who cannot. He watches faces, listens to accents, Polish, German, Austrian, Czech. By October, he has made contact with 3 others, former soldiers. He recognizes the way they stand, the way they move. One of them recognizes him from before the war, a lieutenant from another regiment. They do not acknowledge each other openly. They speak carefully, in corners during the evening, in the washroom, during work when the guards are distant, sentences broken across hours. A word here, a phrase there. They begin to organize, not an escape, not yet. That would waste the mission, a network. He recruits carefully, men with skills, a doctor who can steal medicine, a clerk who can forge documents, an electrician who can access restricted areas, a priest who hears confessions. 5 men become 10, 10 become 20. They meet in seconds, passing of the washroom, standing in formation, a glance, a nod. No one writes anything down. Writing means death if discovered. Their purpose is simple: survive, keep each other alive, gather intelligence, send it out. The first report leaves the camp in October, carried by a Polish prisoner released on a technicality. A man whose papers show he was arrested in error. Pilecki spends 3 weeks memorizing the information: camp layout, number of prisoners, mortality rates, guard rotations, names of the worst guards, names of SS officers. The released prisoner carries it in his memory. Nothing written, nothing that can be found. It reaches Warsaw in November. The resistance reads it. They do not believe all of it. The numbers seem impossible. 50 deaths a day, beatings as routine procedure, executions at the wall. The methods seem impossible. Pilecki sends another, with a prisoner released in December. This one includes more detail: medical experiments, starvation rations, systematic dehumanization, and another, in January, carried by a bribed guard, a Volksdeutsche who wants money. The resistance pays. By early 1941, his network has over 100 members, spread across different blocks, different commandos. They steal food, tiny amounts, impossible to notice, a potato here, a piece of bread there. They distribute it to the weakest, the ones most likely to die. They steal medicine, aspirin, bandages, whatever the clinic has. They forge documents, work assignments, block transfers, anything that keeps men away from the worst details. They sabotage work, slowly, nothing obvious. Tools break more often than they should. Materials disappear. Walls take longer to build. They pass information between blocks: who died, who arrived, what the SS said, what they planned. He organizes them into cells, groups of 5. Each cell knows only one other cell, so that if one man breaks under interrogation, the others survive. In June 1941, Soviet prisoners arrive, thousands of them, captured in the first weeks of Barbarossa. They come in cattle cars, already dying, starved during transport. The SS does not process them like other prisoners. They are taken to a sealed block, given no food, given no water. They are murdered in groups, shot at the wall, hundreds at a time. By winter, most are dead. Pilecki's reports describe this carefully, without emotion, without interpretation. He lists numbers, methods, dates, locations. The resistance forwards them to London, to the government in exile, to the British government, to the Americans. The British receive them. They are filed, marked as unconfirmed. The numbers are considered exaggerated. Propaganda, atrocity stories like those from the previous war, later proven false. In January 1942, the camp expands. New sections, Birkenau, 2 kilometers away. New buildings going up. Hundreds of workers transferred there. Pilecki is not among them, but his network extends there. Men he trained, men who send information back. Transports arrive that are different, entire families, women, children, elderly, mostly Jews, from Slovakia, from France, from Holland. They are taken directly to a building at the far end of Birkenau. A large building, brick, sealed doors. They do not return. Pilecki does not see inside that building. No one in the main camp does, but he hears. From the SS guards, from the capos who work there, from the Sonderkommando, prisoners forced to work in those buildings. And he records what he hears. Gas chambers, Zyklon B, crematorium. His reports grow darker, more detailed, more urgent. By mid-1942, he knows the camp is no longer what it was. It is not a labor camp with high mortality. It is not a prison for political enemies. It is something else, something without precedent. He requests an airdrop, arms, supplies, support for an uprising from inside. His network is strong enough. Over 600 members now, many of them trained soldiers. If they had weapons, they could seize control, at least temporarily, long enough to open the gates, long enough to destroy the gas chambers. The resistance forwards the request to London, to the Allied command. London does not respond. Months pass. He sends the request again, more detailed. Maps of the camp, guard positions, weapon stores, ammunition depots. Again, more urgent. The transports are arriving daily now. Thousands. Tens of thousands. No response. In April 1943, Pilecki decides he will leave, not because the mission is complete, because the information is no longer reaching anyone who will act. The reports are believed now. He knows this. His network has confirmed it. The Allies know what is happening, but they will not bomb the railways. They will not bomb the camp. They will not drop weapons. His presence inside serves no purpose. His death inside serves no purpose. He does not tell the network. He tells two men. One of them is a baker. Jan Redzej works in the camp bakery, access to areas near the perimeter. The other is a priest. Father Edward Ciesielski, arrested for hiding Jews. Trustworthy, steady. On the night of April 26th, during a shift change, they move. The bakery is near the tannery. The tannery is near the outer wire. They have studied the guard rotations for weeks. There is a 7-minute gap when one patrol passes before the next begins. They cut through the first fence with stolen wire cutters, then the second. They move quickly across the grounds, staying low, staying in shadows, over the outer fence, into the fields beyond. They're not seen, or if they are seen, no alarm is raised. They walk south, through fields of early spring crops, past villages where dogs bark. They do not stop. They walk through the night, and the next day, hiding in forests when they hear vehicles, moving in darkness when they can. On the 7th day, they reach a safe house, a farmhouse outside Krakow. Resistance contacts. Pilecki is free. He bathes for the first time in 32 months. The water turns brown, then black. He sees himself in a mirror. 42 years old. He looks 60. He rests for 3 days. Then he writes. His report takes weeks, over 100 pages, written by hand, detailed, methodical. Everything he saw, everything he heard, everything his network learned, names of SS officers, their ranks, their crimes, structures of the camp, block by block, building by building, procedures, selections, executions, gas chambers, crematoriums, numbers approximate. But careful, he does not exaggerate. If anything, he understates, because he wants to be believed. He includes his recommendation: an assault on the camp, a coordinated strike, paratroopers from the air, partisans from the outside, uprising from within. His network is still there, still organized, waiting. Before more are killed. The report is sent to London through resistance channels. It arrives in July. It is received. It is read. It is translated into English. It is distributed to the relevant departments. No action is taken. Pilecki remains in Warsaw. He rejoins the Home Army. His rank is restored. Captain, he commands a unit, small operations, sabotage, intelligence gathering. In August 1944, the uprising begins. The Home Army rises against the German garrison. Pilecki fights in the Old Town, then in the center, for 63 days, street to street, building to building. When the city falls in October, he is taken prisoner, this time as a prisoner of war. His uniform is recognized. He is sent to camps in Germany. Oflag 7, A. Murnau. He survives. The conditions are better than Auschwitz. Food is scarce but regular. No executions, no gas chambers. May 1945. Germany surrenders. American forces reach Murnau. The gates open. Pilecki is liberated. He does not return to Poland immediately. He waits in Italy, with Polish forces in the West. He writes reports for the government in exile about Auschwitz, about the uprising, about what he has seen. The war in Europe is over, but Poland is not free. Soviet forces occupy the country. A new government is installed, communist, backed by Moscow. Pilecki volunteers to return, to gather intelligence on the new regime, on the security apparatus, on arrests of Home Army members. He is told it is too dangerous. The NKGB is hunting former resistance fighters, especially officers, especially those with ties to the West. He goes anyway. December 1945. Pilecki crosses back into Poland under a false name, Roman Jezierski. He makes contact with remaining resistance cells, small groups, scattered, many members already arrested. He sends reports west on the communist security services, on show trials, on disappearances, on the secret police. He continues for 18 months. In May 1947, he is arrested, betrayed by an informant, someone he trusted. The charges are vague: espionage, working for foreign intelligence, treason against the Polish state, conspiracy to overthrow the government. He is held in Mokotów prison, the same prison the Germans used, now run by different guards, Polish uniforms, Soviet methods. He is tortured, beatings, sleep deprivation, stress positions. They want names. He gives none. The interrogations last months. In March 1948, he is tried. The trial lasts one day. The verdict is predetermined. Guilty on all charges, he is sentenced to death May 25, 1948. Early morning, he is taken from his cell, led down to the basement. A small room, concrete walls, a drain in the floor. He is allowed to write one letter. To his wife, he writes quickly. He does not mention Auschwitz. He does not mention the mission. He tells her he loves her. He asks her to raise their children well. A single shot, back of the head. He is 47 years old. His body is buried somewhere in Warsaw, an unmarked grave. Mass burial with other executed prisoners. His family is not told where. They are not given a body. They are not given a death certificate. For decades, his name is erased. His reports are classified. His service is denied. The communist government calls him a traitor, a fascist, a spy for the West. His family is watched. His children are denied university admission. His wife works as a seamstress. She never speaks publicly about him. It is not safe. In 1990, after the fall of communism, his case is reopened. The records are unsealed. They read them, the interrogation transcripts, the trial documents, the execution order. They read his Auschwitz report, the full version, over 100 pages, kept in archives in London, never acted upon. They understand what he did and what was not done. In 1995, he is exonerated, all charges dropped, the verdict reversed. In 2000, he is promoted, posthumously, to colonel. In 2006, a grave is prepared, a memorial. He has no remains to bury. They were never recovered. The mass graves were built over, streets, buildings, parking lots. They bury his memory instead. A ceremony, flags, uniforms, speeches about courage, about sacrifice. His son attends. An old man now. He was 5 when his father was executed. The coffin is empty. They lower it into the ground.